All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Yes, we have
Happy
Deann still
Valentine.
Maiden joining us today, which I'm always excited to have Deann join us. How are you doing, Deann?
I'm doing good. Yeah, it is Valentine's Day. I forgot all about it.
I had to write it down so I didn't forget it.
Yeah, we don't usually do anything. We always wait till like the after Valentine's Day when it's
Mm,
not so busy. Then we'll go out
yeah,
to eat.
yeah. Uh, Things have been a little bit hard. My husband's been unemployed for a little while, so I think we're just going to enjoy spending time together. Maybe watch a movie later or something like that. Just keep it nice and
I
simple.
love that. I love just, cuddle up and watch a good movie and make you some
Hmm.
popcorn or whatever and just
Yeah, you're all good to go.
light a candle if you want to, and
Mm.
I don't know. We did that one time, listening to soft music, lit a candle, and just, um, meditate together. I don't know. I'm a homebody. I like that.
Yeah. Yep. So we're just gonna keep it simple. You
Hmm.
know, I have a bottle of wine if we feel like, maybe having a glass of wine and watching a movie later or doing something this weekend. But
I have a box of wine.
you have some box wine, that's all right.
I do.
You do you, Deanne.
I'll do me. Maybe on our anniversary, I'll buy us a nice one.
Well, there you go. All right, and thank you for everybody that's watching. Happy Valentine's Day, and I hope that everybody's doing well. Today, we're going to be doing political and world event questions. So if you have any questions, go ahead and write them in all caps. A couple heart emojis. We'll try to get to as many as possible. Just some housekeeping real quick. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up button and please subscribe. Please go over to Deann's channel and subscribe. Deann Shield Maiden Tarot. I know she would greatly appreciate that. Members, we're going to be doing our members live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing a group Reiki session. So anybody watching that may be interested in that, please consider becoming a member. There's a lot of perks that come with that. And we'd be happy to have you. Thursday night, I believe Mel's going to be on my show. So look forward to that. And
I always
then,
like seeing you two together. You guys do really well together.
yeah, it's always a fun time.
It
And I
is.
feel the same way with you, Deann. I always enjoy our shows together as well.
Well, and if I don't catch it live, just know I always save it on my playlist and watch it, listen to it later on.
Okay, well, thank you. All right. And if anybody that's interested in a reading or Reiki session, last week I posted my rates on my community board. So please feel free to reach out if that's something that you may be interested in. You can email me at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com or text me at 440-376-4088. I have that all in the description box. If anybody like to get a hold of you, Deann, how can people reach out for a reading?
Just my email, Deann Shield Maiden. Actually, it's Deann's with an S for my email. Deann's Shield Maiden Tarot at gmail.com. And if you go in my description box or the About page, I've got it on there. So
Okay.
they can do a personal reading, and I've got membership too. And I'm trying to get to my 3,000. And when I
Oh,
do,
nice.
I'm going to give away free personal readings.
Oh,
And you're
nice.
almost to 6,000, aren't you?
I just crossed 6,000, so
Oh my gosh. That
yeah,
is
it's
great.
exciting. Yeah, I did my giveaway. Actually, both of my winners I'm scheduled tomorrow to meet, so I'm excited about that.
Yep. And it's been 1 year since I started my channel. And with my little phone,
I
so
remember that.
if
All
you want
right.
to laugh, you can go back to the beginning.
Yeah, and I think I have your email in the description box of this video. So, all right,
I'll
let
have
me
to
get
learn
moving.
how to do have to ask you later how to do the members chat only chat. I need to do one of those too. That would be kind of fun because you don't
Do a
have as
what?
many people and you can answer more.
Do a members live, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I do it right through StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
All right, got a couple questions here. Let me just make sure I'm not missing everybody. Oh,
Hi,
everybody's
Mimi
saying Happy
Rose.
Valentine's Day. Everybody's so sweet.
Yeah, I had my granddaughter this morning, and she had her little Valentine's Day dress on. It was so cute. She was dancing in the living room, so she made me smile. Then I remember, oh yeah, Valentine's.
Yeah. All right. I'm not super familiar with this case, but I've read on it before. But Yonique asks, will Alex Murdaugh be convicted of murder?
I've read on it before, and I got yes, and I'm doing my pendulum now again, and I get yes, that he will be convicted.
I'm feeling the same. And of course, these videos are for entertainment purposes only.
Yep. Entertainment.
Thank you. All right. Do we want to just throw a couple cards and see what the energy feels like for that?
Got my handy dandy lilac tarot entertainment only.
There you go.
It helps having it like, sometimes I'll have it scrolling at the bottom too, so I don't forget. Will Alex Murdaugh be convicted of murder?
Ooh.
Oh.
I get a definite yes.
I get definite yes too.
Actually, while I was shuffling, I had the justice card pop out, so I think justice is going to be served.
Yeah.
And it was a murder. He murdered his wife, correct? Because I actually get that there's more information coming out with him and his wife, the lovers. There were, the Two of Cups here, so their partnership and, heartbreak with that. Maybe like more information coming out with like the fight with that. But yeah, I mean, the justice card flying out, I think, is pretty telling.
Yeah, I just got the 7 of Cups in reverse, so they're trying to get clarity. They don't have it clear. They're getting the evidence, trying to get clarity. He got the 7 of Swords. He's deceitful.
Yeah.
He's deceitful. He's manipulative. And he also got the Devil card. And he got the 5 of Wands, that there's a lot of conflicts and fighting going on. And he's got mental strength in reverse. He's not feeling very strong or confident in this. And I get yes, he's with the pendulum, yes, again, for the second time that he is going to be convicted.
Yeah. Yeah, murder for wife and son. Thank you, Mimi Rose.
Wife and son. Can you imagine? I just can't even imagine. I think is he a political guy? I'm trying to remember who he is. Senator Dianne Feinstein just announced her retirement. Who do you see filling her seat?
I've read on this before, and let's just take a look. I think the top two is going to be Katie Porter and Adam Schiff. I felt good about Katie Porter. I know other people have disagreed, but I feel like if it's not now, it's in the future that she'll become a senator. Who's a big-time attorney is what they're saying.
I'm going to try this. Will it be Katie Porter? Will she take... Okay, I'm getting a no. Will it be... what is it, Adam Schiff?
Yeah,
Will it be Schiff? Okay, I'm getting a big yes on him. So we'll see. Katie Porter. I'll do a couple cards. Katie Porter. Diane's job. I got the King of Cups. She's diplomatic and balanced, a smart lady, but I get the what is this? The moon in reverse with her. I don't know. Talks about deception. It's a no card for her, though. It's a no card for her. And Schiff. I swear I'm clumsy today.
I just threw on the energy of it, and I feel like it's a male coming in. Is what I'm.
Yeah, I do too. So. Yeah. I get the 3 of Pentacles, which is a yes card, them coming together and having him be the one. It's hard for a woman to move up and
She's still pretty new, I think, in her career
Mhm.
too. And Adam Schiff's really been there and been in a lot of leadership positions and like heading committees and stuff like that. Um, but I feel at some point Katie Porter's got a huge career, and I actually feel a Senate seat for her in the future is what I'm
I love
feeling.
her. She's smart. She's
Mhm.
going places, but I just don't think quite yet she's going to get that.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be wrong, but
Yeah, I'm getting a male energy. I'm not sure what Adam Schiff's sign is, but it was coming up King of Pentacles, so maybe he's an Earth sign. Um, but
I
yeah, with
like
the
Adam
Star
Schiff.
card and then the Fool card, so like that new beginning.
45's always calling him Shifty Schiff, and it's like, look, pot calling kettle black.
Uh huh. Right. All right. Let's see. I got your question, Sartisha. All right.
I get so mad at them talking about Hunter Biden's laptop and they say nothing about Jared Kushner.
No, right. Or now Trump's aide had a laptop with copied classified information on it, which is
Yes.
illegal. So we'll
And then
probably be
he had a
starting to talk
file
about Trump's
folder.
laptop here soon.
What was it? A classified file folder. He was sleeping, had it in his bedroom. They said he was
Oh
using
yeah,
it to
he
the
had a
glare
folder
off
to
of
put
them.
over his to put over his phone so he could sleep.
Yes.
Insane.
Maybe turn
Insanity.
the light on the phone off or flip it off.
Right. I just read on this question on Mel's show on Sunday. Um, but Tisha wants to know, will Lori Lightfoot be reelected as mayor for Chicago? I got yes, but just barely. But I felt like there was multiple people in the race, and it was going to be just barely getting through. I
I'm
think for
getting
one more
yes as
term.
well.
I mean, we can throw a couple cards on it. I don't want to go too in depth, but
Well, okay. Well, I'm just throwing, I just threw one card on it. The pendulum said yes, and I get the 10 of cups.
no. So yeah,
So I can't get much more yes than that.
yeah. I felt like I was feeling like 3 or 4 people running in that race, and her just barely eking out the win, just barely.
What's the hand pink waving?
It's just an emoji that doesn't get picked up on StreamYard.
Oh, okay. So when I put emojis, does it spell them out? I hope not.
I think for some,
For some. Okay.
and I just shuffled and the strength card came flying out, so I think that that's pretty telling.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's going to be very close. All right. Mimi Rose says Trump sleeps with the folder because Melania won't sleep with
No,
him probably.
I wouldn't want to touch that folder if it was in his bed.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this a little bit. Actually, Mel just reached out to me because he wanted to make sure I was okay the other day. Um, with that big train, like that chemical spill that they had like an explosion. Um, it was I think it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours south of me. I think just south of Youngstown. But I heard that there could be a warning about drinking water in Ohio from the current railroad derailment. Yeah, I feel like that story's getting bigger and bigger with that.
Have you heard anything about your area with drinking water? Or?
I haven't yet, but
So let's see. Heard there could be warnings about drinking water in Ohio from the current railroad derail, and the youngest happened earlier this month. I didn't even know about that.
yeah, I feel like the people in that town and yeah, I've heard them talking about the contamination of the water.
I'm getting just that around that area it is. I'm getting not around you, Kevin.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling a whole lot of concern for me, but I do feel there is a connection between this and maybe getting in some of the waterways. I feel like it's a bigger story. So let's just throw some cards on the energy of it
Okay.
and see what we get. Maybe it's that some places have to boil water. Saw it on the news yesterday. Yes, we're just doing political, Marianne.
Well, I got the 9 of Pentacles, that they're guarded, that they're being careful, that, they're gonna have some setbacks with that. This can stand for setbacks and instability, things being unstable there for a while. It's going to cause them with the Wheel of Fortune, I think, to make some decisive changes, and because it was an unexpected event.
Mm-hmm.
Ace of Cups, I see the water, and it makes me think, what you said about water, drinking water.
Yeah.
I think they neglected. There was some neglect going on. I don't know much about it, but something was neglected to be taken care of.
Mm.
I'm not getting much more.
Okay. Well, sadly enough, I see retreat, and I think that that's for the people in that town and probably area. People having to walk away, maybe move. And then there's the Four of Swords, which is retreat. I mean, it's often sometimes a coffin too, so maybe some of dust associated with it. I think that it's going to take somebody. I think somebody's going to come in with a plan, being really strategic to try to clean this up. I have the 9 of coins as well, so this is like that abundance. This is like that funding coming in to clean this up. Yeah, it seems like there was maybe an abuse of power, and maybe that has to do with regulations for this. I see coming up more with that. We have action being taken. Yeah, there's some disappointment. There's some money going into it. I think that this is going to be a bigger story. We have the Tower here and more information coming out. But for me, I'm getting like there was an abuse of power, or with maybe like not enough oversight into this. Like this could have definitely been.
Maybe that's what my neglect card meant. They neglected to take care of things the way they should have.
Right, like there were protocols put in place that weren't being followed. So a lot more coming out about that. And like I said, I do think it's going to be okay overall, but I think it's going to take some time. And like I said, it's getting bigger. It's affecting more than what we know right now. And I was feeling drawn to water. Earth Mama says that there's a bunch of dead animals all around.
That's so sad. I feel bad too when they have the fires in California. I worry about the animals too.
Yeah. But I see a lot of money getting poured in to get that cleaned up, and there's somebody with a plan that's going to get it situated. But I don't think that they've assessed how much damage it caused just yet. So I think it's going to be a bit bigger story than what it is. All right. Look, do you want to take a look at Fani Willis? I know that on Thursday, some of her reports going to be released. And yeah, we've been saying, I definitely feel like some indictments coming here soon.
Okay, let's see. Now she's the one from Georgia, correct?
Yeah.
Fani? She's the one in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. What are you getting?
Okay. Well, I'm getting the Queen of Cups, and I'm thinking of this as Fani Willis right here. And this is somebody who is got control of her emotions. He's tried to rattle her. He's tried to say things about her, but she's very in control of her emotions. She got the, after that, I got the 5 of Swords. So I feel like, she's cutting through. She knows what's going on. These remind me of detectives. She knows what's going on. They're cutting through the BS, and she knows the truth and about the devil, which is, that's Bannon, but that's all of them. All the devils, all the evil people that are doing this. And then I got this the Strength card. She's strong, and it says, nevertheless, she persisted. So no matter what has been thrown at her, she has persisted. She has stayed strong. And I do get, there is going to be justice. The things that were in the dark, you can see this is dark. The things are in the dark. There she is in the back with the light, bringing light onto it. So, and then things are starting to get more balanced. So yeah, she's definitely, I think, going to be coming out with some indictments.
I definitely feel like Thursday, like breaking news. So I think that there is some things coming out Thursday. It's really interesting because I got the Justice card here in the future as well. You got the Justice card, correct?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, justice is coming for us. But it's a little interesting because I feel like she's getting very close to dropping the indictments, and then I'm feeling like after the indictments start, maybe this is getting things into trial. Seems like there's a little bit of a delay, but I think that there's some big information coming up soon about it. Maybe the courts, there's something that stalls it a little bit. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's some celebration on our part coming in here.
I feel like April, there's going to be some big things going down.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel, maybe it could be this Friday, Joel, but I definitely feel like I've been telling you guys for the last couple of weeks, like something is definitely about to happen. I feel that very strongly. But
I have been feeling that too. I feel like things are, it's worse. It's going to start coming out. People are going to start getting indicted. More and more people are kind of backing away from 45 too.
Oh yeah. And just wait too, as people start to turn on him.
He's going to make another party if he can.
Well, right. And he's going to start lashing out. Like I heard that Nikki Haley just announced today that she's running for president. And, I guess Trump supposedly told her good luck, that he wishes her luck on that. But I feel like it's just a matter of time until he starts flipping on everybody going for that seat.
And I think people are starting to see that, okay, if they win, then it was a fair election. If they lose, it's not fair. And they can be on the same ticket with another person who won and they lost, and they'll say, well, it was rigged. It's like, so then you should take the seat away from that one that won,
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. And so I think people are starting to open their eyes more.
Well, you know what I thought was funny is Nikki Haley said that she's never lost an election she ran for. Well, I can tell you right now, I do not see her as the Republican nominee in 2024. So she'll be learning some laws coming up, I feel.
Yeah. And I feel Santos is not long for Congress either.
Oh yeah, I've been saying that too. All right.
It makes them look bad that they even have him there still. That McCarthy even defends him. It just makes them look so bad, to their own people.
Leah says, "Hey Kevin, nice to hear from you. Can you help us understand how Alzheimer's affects one's soul?" I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, like what your exact question is with that. I'll tell you though, something interesting I've had come up a couple of times when I've read clients, and they have maybe a parent that has Alzheimer's and, pretty advanced Alzheimer's. I've actually had it where they've came through on the other side, like doing a mediumship read, even though that they're still in their physical body. I've had that happen like 2 or 3 times, which I thought was pretty interesting. Because I was just feeling somebody's presence coming through, saying like I'm okay. So I feel like oftentimes with Alzheimer's too, it's like they're still connected to their body, but it's almost like they partially transition, like the mind part aspect of it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a problem with the mind, not the soul. So the soul
yeah, I
still
don't see it
remembers
affecting the
things.
soul.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really something too that, as part of somebody's, um, they came down here to maybe experience something like that, or maybe the family members around that person. This was a lesson for them to learn, having somebody that's suffering from such a, um, such a terrible and sad disease. Um, but yeah, there's definitely lessons to be learned from those people, which they agreed to when they came down here, but also family members and loved ones around them helping to take care of them. Um,
That could be, Kevin, because I have heard many times of people in comas that, you think that they can't hear you and they'll be out of their body in
mhm,
the room and they can see themselves in that bed and they can
yeah,
see everybody there, but their body can't respond.
right.
But they're right there in spirit and they can see it and
Mm,
and try and want to respond. So maybe that's how you get those,
mhm.
It's interesting.
I know that they're talking about an Alzheimer drug that really helps with the progression of it, and I actually see that being really successful. It feels like, um, I don't know if it's cost or if it's approved right now, but I feel like in the next couple of years, like really a lot of advancements for dementia. Eventually, dementia and Alzheimer's. I see eventually a cure with it too.
Yeah. And more things known about prevention, things you can do maybe
Mhm.
to prevent,
Yeah,
if you know it runs in the family or
but I've always found it interesting the couple times that it's came up, like somebody's spirit's telling me to tell them I'm okay, and then when I go to describe the person, they're a little confused, with it being like a parent or something, somebody that's still alive, but has dementia. So yeah, they're still with us. It's just like that. Um, it's sad because we feel like they're kind of trapped in their own body, but that soul energy is so powerful. It's almost like there's that connection, in that
yeah, and even
transition almost.
if their mind can't remember your name, their heart, they still feel that love, when
Hmm.
people come and love on them. And I watched that one show. He said, I don't remember what if when I forget you? And he says, well, I'll always know who you are. You
Mm,
know, there was an old man, he used to bring his wife who had Alzheimer's a shake every day. And he just showed her such love. And even though she couldn't say his name, you could see that the love and that she knew
mm,
he cared.
yeah. This is something that I want to read on Phoenix Rice just
Mhm.
wrote. Because as you know, Jack Smith is subpoenaing Mike Pence. And now it came out that Pence says he will fight a federal subpoena to appear before Jack Smith's grand jury. Who will win this round, Pence or Jack Smith?
Okay.
It's interesting because I said on Mel's show on Sunday, I believe, that I felt like he was going to try to fight it, but I don't feel him being successful.
I'm getting he's going to try to fight it, but I'm getting very strongly that he's not going to be able to.
Hmm. Let's throw some cards on Mike Pence.
Okay.
And I feel like something even bigger coming up with that too. So
And that's terrible. They wanted to hang him. Why would he not want to stand and, you know what I mean, and tell everything he knows? You know, why
yeah.
would you even? I mean, I would you. I'd want to go up there and talk.
Well, I feel like he's worried about some self-incrimination because I think he was definitely aware of this plan, with the electors beforehand, and so he knows a lot. Now, I don't think he was planning on Trump to turn on him and have a mob come and chant to hang him. I think he was surprised by that, but and also too, I feel like he really wants to go in and not really upset Trump's base because he was on his ticket and he wants to
Hmm.
run for president. Yeah, he's a coward, Sunny says. I agree. Tool says Mike Pence, Pence's fly has been subpoenaed too. The fly that flew on his head when he
That
debated
was
Congress.
hilarious. I remember that. I was like, is it just going to sit in there for the longest time? I think the entire debate practically.
Yeah.
Well, I get the King of Pentacles. So even though he claims to be such a Christian, such a good man, such a heart man, he's greedy. He does this a lot. He wants to keep his power. He wants to keep his position. It has to do with possessing what he has. He doesn't care about 45 so much, but he just wants to keep what he has. He's worried about the base coming after him. He chose the bases. He chose who he partnered up with. He knew who he partnered up with. He knew he wasn't a good man. And let's see here. So he had a lot of challenges. He's going to have to defend himself. I think that's somewhat you said. He's worried about with the Seven of Wands. He knows that if he goes and talks, they're going to ask him questions about what did you know? What, it's not just going to be all about, well, helping to get 45. It's what did you know? How were you involved? Did you know about the insurrection? Why didn't you report this or that? So he is trying to stand his ground. I think he's going to be with the King of Cups, very disappointed, and he's going to be very emotional, very disappointed. He's trying to be strong, but I think ultimately he's going to be accountable. He's going to have justice. He's going to be accountable, and I definitely get that they're going to, he's not going to win. He's going to have to testify. He's involved in this stuff.
I got my Jack Smith card crossing the reading, and that's the Knight of Swords. So I think that Pence will definitely meet his match with Jack Smith. He's like that warrior charging full steam ahead, taking no prisoners. Yeah, it's all about like control with him, and he's really desperate to hang on to what he knows. Because I think he was very complicit. We have the Three of Swords, which is that planning. It's the planning and waiting for the ship to come in, but it's associated with Trump. So he's very well aware of, Trump's plans and also complicit in with it. He's got heartbreak coming in, disappointment. So that would tell me Jack Smith is winning. He's got a lot of stresses and burdens coming his way. And ultimately we have the Ace of Swords as the final outcome, which is victory for Jack Smith, the truth being told.
Yeah.
So, and judgment in the past too. So it's like something he's done in the past that warrants a negative reaction that he's really worried about. I don't think Pence has a chance against Jack Smith. I really don't.
I don't
and
either.
It's another delay tactic, as we've all gotten kind of sick and tired of dealing with.
And Pence knew, he had knowledge that this was a lie. He knew this was a big lie, that the election was not stolen. He went along with it, and the only thing he didn't go along with was, changing the votes or whatever they wanted him to do in there, because he knew he'd be in trouble.
Yep.
And he also, somebody mentioned on here, they didn't want to give supplies to the blue states. I think they're both going to have to answer some of the things they did in COVID. Denying
like
people
COVID relief stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I see Pence going down, and I think I told you guys too with the classified documents. I felt like there was more there with that as well. I don't feel jail time for Pence. I think when push comes to shove, he'll cooperate to save his own behind. But yeah, I see Jack Smith isn't playing. And it's getting really higher up. I mean, you're talking about subpoenaing the vice president now too. I think we all know who the next person's going to be.
Yep. And what did the last thing he had? It was the fifth. Then he played the fifth 400 and something times. And he said, anybody who pleads the fifth is guilty. Why would you plead the fifth if you're not guilty?
Well, that was Trump, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, who knows, Pence may go in and do the same thing, plead the fifth, but.
And I feel like too, part of it's Jack Smith already knows what he needs to know. So Pence can't go in and lie. And I think that they're kind of looking to see how truthful he would be too, because I think that they know so much.
They do.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Viviani. All right.
Sharon Sipe and Viviani are great moderators, aren't they?
Yes. There's so many wonderful moderators.
I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. I've read on this before. Sylvia says, will seniors see any more benefits this year, money or other benefits?
See any more benefits?
I know that they just got an increase in Social Security. A pretty good
We
one,
did,
too.
yeah. Let's see, but I don't know. So I don't know if we'll get any more. Let me see. Will
I don't
seniors get
feel
any
any
more?
more
No,
for
I
this
don't think
year.
we'll get any more than what we got already.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But I heard some people are getting like $200 extra in their Social Security from the raises this year.
Oh, yeah,
So
which it
not to
helps
say that,
because
not
food's so
to say
high.
that that's really enough for a lot of people to really survive on, but I would say that that's a pretty substantial increase.
Yeah, it helped us, but because the food, the prices
Mm-hmm.
are so high that even the raise that you got, at least it helps. I mean, so many people on Social Security are struggling. I can't believe they would
Mm-hmm.
even think of cutting it. The
Oh
Republicans.
yeah, it's crazy.
It's
I'll
like
throw a couple cards, but I feel like with this Congress right now, I don't feel like they want to cut stuff. I don't see them adding extra stuff to it.
see any more benefits this year. Well, I got the Queen of Wands in reverse, which stands for sometimes low confidence.
Mm.
And my pendulum is saying no. Yeah, and then I got the Ace of Wands, blocks, delays.
Yeah, it's like the inaction of
Hesitancy.
it right now.
I think they're hesitant to spend any more money. They don't, than they already have given us.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Will they do it next year? Will seniors
I feel
get
better
more
about
raise
next
next
year, to be
year?
honest with you.
I think in a couple more years, when we get Democrats in there, I think seniors will be getting some more benefits. I know Bernie Sanders wanted to help people with hearing aids, vision, dentist, because a lot of elderly people, when their teeth go bad, they have no insurance. They can't afford to go to the dentist. Their hearing goes bad. They can't afford to go to get their hearing aids, or eyeglasses. It's such a shame, and they should have that. People that worked all their life and paid into
I'm
it.
feeling good about next year, to be honest with you. I don't
you?
feel like a whole lot coming up this year with it because I have action in the past too, and the Hangman, which is delays as well as you. And it's going to be a time of strength for a lot of our seniors. This is a message of being patient, but also having the strength and the persistence to get through this, because I do think it's a bit of a challenge, especially with the inflation. But in the future, I have the Page of Pentacles, so more money coming, more funding. Yeah, we have slow and steady progress coming in. For me, it feels like it's like like building blocks, like more and more. Yeah, and in the future too, we have the Star, so like that being hopeful and trying to stay positive. Some good news with the Page of Cups. I don't think it's this year though. I think next year there's going to be a lot more help.
Well, I think some of those Congress people that were involved in the insurrection and other things, Jack Smith is going to get them, and they are going to be removed. And I think that I think we will have a Democratic president in 2024. And I really do think that that's going to help seniors and everybody. I think didn't Biden, he put a cap on the insulin to $35. They didn't want to do that. I said they're the opposite of Robin Hood. They want to take from the poor to give to the rich.
Yeah, and that's what the Star is, Sylvia, to keep the hope. I do feel like a lot more help and funding going into it. It feels more like next year for me, but yeah, I don't think that right now anyway that there's going to be a lot of action with that, especially because a lot of Republicans want to defund or eliminate those. And it always makes me so mad too when they call Social Security entitlements. Those are not entitlements. It's something that we've paid into our whole life. We don't have an option to opt out of that.
No. since I started working 15, 16 years old, I paid into that. And it's supposed to be there. And what do they think that the seniors, elderly and handicapped people or children whose parents have passed and what do they think they're going to do? They want to put them all on the street?
Exactly. It's crazy. And that's their constituents too. I mean,
yes, they're mostly older.
Republican voters are mostly older people. So I mean, you're hurting your base the most by doing that. It's insanity why they would even want to do that.
And they're back on Fox again saying that, oh, well, we just want to review it every 5 years. Review it means that you're going to drop it, most likely. And then we got to fight for it again.
I'm not going to throw on this, but Joel says Democrats in 2025 will include eye, dental, hearing aids for seniors.
Yes.
I got an absolute yes.
I believe that's true, Joel. I think that they're trying. Biden wants to do that now.
Let's take a look at March, because I keep feeling big, like big bombshells all throughout March.
What's going to happen in March?
I feel like it's a lot of heavy stuff for Trump and Republicans in March. I also feel like Putin and, Russia and Ukraine, stuff going on with that in March. It's like a lot. I've been saying March has really stuck out for me for a while.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and read what I got. I did Andrea's cards, her lilac tarot.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be a lot of subpoenas going out.
Yeah.
A lot of subpoenas and maybe even some indictments, going out. Everything is off balance, They know who's connected. They know who's involved. A lot of those people that, I've seen her use this way, where it could be like they could have their phones bugged and things like that. They know what they're doing. And there is somebody, I think, that could even be a mole that's going to blow whistle on some of them to save themselves, or maybe right now giving information. There may be somebody on the inside that knows them very well. I got that Trump, the king who thinks he's king, is upside down. So he's going to go down. Everybody's going to hear about it. We're all going to hear about who was connected with what and who was connected to this. And then I got the bad guy and everything just on fire, blowing up. I mean, March is going to be March for the Republican Party. I believe it's going to be their butts on fire. They're going to be in trouble.
Ooh, yeah.
That fire's getting bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like March is like the precipice of things really speeding up and taking off, because I have the Chariot representing the situation, which is like that quick movement. Like this is like big breaking news, like big bombshells, quick movement, where things have felt like they've been very stalled for a while. It feels like there's actually that progression coming in. Yeah, this Two of Wands, and this deck, it's kind of interesting because the Hierophant is in the cave. Two of Wands is normally about planning and reviewing, getting things in order. So it's interesting that the Hierophant in this deck. So it's like the government is finally taking some of that action. Two of Wands is often in the other, like, brighter way, like looking out overseas or looking into the globe. So I think there's some global stuff going on. For me, like I said, it feels like Russia and also Ukraine. Yeah, I think a lot of us are going to be cheering. Like I said, it feels like there's momentum and we can start to see the writing on the walls. Other people are starting to see the writings on the walls. We have the Queen of Swords, so justice coming in. And I almost wonder if this is Fani Willis with the indictments. Yeah, this is all about things being cloudy, or having the heads in the clouds. But I feel like for me, it's like the clouds are starting to wane. Like we're starting to see things clearly. And there's going to be quite a few people. There's going to be a lot of infighting, I think, between Trump and a lot of the Republicans really starting to jump ship and turn against each other. Yeah, we got judgment. So there's some bad judgments coming in. I think even Garland and Jack Smith, this is like the cooperation with Garland crossing it and action being taken. So March feels pretty huge. I've been
Yeah.
saying that for a while.
I think March and April, there's going to be one after the other.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait.
I just love that it feels like we're finally getting some movement and where things have felt so stalled for so long. It's like there's like that hope is kind of coming back for us.
Yeah. It's like, that I have this card where it's a light at the end of the tunnel and the tunnel seems so far away. And I feel like we're getting closer and closer to that light.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's not too far away now.
I said too, I feel like Fani Willis may act first. Not to say that they're hesitant about moving forward, like Georgia, um, the DOJ, New York. It's almost like they're getting all of the works put together, and now they're almost coming to a point where, well, who's going to act first? And the first person that indicts afterwards, I feel like it's bam, and then it's like all these other places start indicting too. It's like bam, 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 bam is what I'm feeling.
Yep. We just need the one brave person. And I think Fanny's that person.
Could be. She was coming through. I think that Queen of Swords energy, I think, would really represent her.
Yeah, I love that it's two women that are going, and they've always said it was a woman going to take him down too.
Women. I'm not throwing cards on this, but I think we've read on this enough.
Yes.
Will Jared Kushner go to jail? Yes.
Yes.
I do feel that. For entertainment purposes only, but I do feel that.
Not Ivanka, but he will.
Yeah, and I feel like that has to do with his deals with Saudi. I think it's next year.
I'm getting next year.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to start. We're going to start seeing more stuff with Kushner. I feel like in the fall time, and then charging would be sometime 2024 is what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've read on this a lot too, but will Lindsey Graham be indicted in Georgia? I never felt Lindsey Graham going to jail, I'm sorry to say, but I feel like there's so much shame and scrutiny coming up for him. If I always see him, it feels like in a dark room, and just like drinking all of his pain and sorrow away. It's just like he has to go into hiding almost. So I see it being the end of his career. Rather, I don't see jail, unfortunately, but I feel I'm getting a big yes for indictment in Georgia. Maybe that's coming soon. So I'm not going to throw cards, but if you're throwing them, Deann, go for it.
Okay. So I'm getting yes, that he's not going. No, he's not going to go to jail. But I think he caused he caused all this. You can see the fighting, the back and forth, the North and the South, the Republican and the Democrats. They caused so much fighting and division in this country because of what they did, saying the election was stolen. And I think this is Nancy Pelosi, but it also, but it's a woman, probably going to bonk him over the head with that little thing. I just think
I love it.
Knocking him up the head. They're going to be fighting. 5 of Wands, there's going to be fighting and arguments and lots of, it's a lie, and a lot of, one talking about, even with this one, the Republicans, they're going to be going after each other, but in the end with him, I do see judgment, and at the bottom of the deck, I see the King of Swords, which is truth. Clarity, truth, justice, swift action. So I feel he's going to be cut from Congress or a Senate. It's the Senate, isn't it? Is it Senate or Congress? My brain. Yeah, that's what I thought. Senate. I think he's going to be cut. I think he is going to have to step down. His reputation is shot. He's embarrassed. He looks like a flip-flopper, he hates Trump, he loves Trump, it's ruined. His career is going to be ruined, I think.
I think quite a few people involved, it's like the end of their career. If you want, we'll get into somebody's asked about Ted Cruz, and I've often felt like his career is over too. I don't feel legal trouble for Cruz either. I feel like he's very, very slick. I see Cruz as like a snake, able to like slither his way out of everything. But I feel like, there's a lot of scrutiny and shame with him as well. More so for January 6th.
Oh yeah. And what he did with when the grid went down and going to Cancun, people have
Oh
not
yeah.
forgotten that.
Hmm.
And if I ask the pendulum, will Ted Cruz win re-election? I'm getting a pretty good no. Pretty strong no.
Ask your pendulum if Ted Cruz will run for re-election in
Okay,
2024.
will Ted Cruz run for re-election? I'm feeling like, let me double check this. Will Ted Cruz run for re-election? I'm getting no.
That's kind of what I was feeling in the past.
I think he
I'm
knows.
getting a no too.
He knows he can't win. He knows that he's made enemies, and I don't think he will. And I think he's
My pendulum's validating yours. I got the same double no's.
okay.
If he would run and if he would win. Do we want to throw cards on it or no?
I don't think we need to. I think it's a no.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot to come out between now and then. I think he might be gearing up to run, but then maybe he doesn't win the nomination, or there's people running against him, or I don't know. But I've often wondered. I've almost felt like he won't end up actually running for it.
No. He's another embarrassment
Mm-hmm.
to the Republican Party.
Do you still see the debt ceiling negotiations going down to the wire?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to push it. I think that they're jerks. They're going to push it.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the energy around it. I feel the same way. I feel like it's going to be okay. I don't think we're going to default on our debt. Yeah, I think it's going to be really, really close.
Thank you, no middle name. You said you liked my hair.
Oh,
I'm getting it colored tomorrow.
oh yeah?
Yeah. Just highlighted. Just touched
Nice.
up. I won't come back as a redhead or pink hair or anything weird anymore.
I always like it when you put some of that extra color in it. I think it looks nice.
Sometimes I get bored and it just I don't know. It's just fun to change it up sometimes. Mm-hmm. So will the debt ceiling go down to the wire?
All right.
Let me do a clarifier here.
Yeah, it absolutely is. First card out's the Hangman.
Yeah.
That's the way. I see it being okay, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But it is very down to the wire. It's like this is like things being suspended, and that's the energy of it now too. I mean, but ultimately, I get that the government. We have the government coming in at the center of the raid, crossed by them working really, really hard. It's going to be challenging and very stressful, I think, for us and for everybody. Everybody in the government getting something. But here's that coming together, that group work. And I've often said I do feel some Republicans are going to come across the aisle and work with Democrats. And for this, I think they absolutely will. We got us success, celebration. This is, us paying the debts, that money there, and then the action being taken. But I do feel like it's going to be very close. I'll be okay, though.
I got the Fool, and in my mind, this is the GOP. They're going to be foolish. They're going to be stupid. They're going to throw fits, and they're, they just, that's who they are. But I got the King of Swords. So, they're just, it can stand for a bully. So I think they're going to try to bully some of the people that are on the Democrat side, and they're just not very focused either. It can stand for being unfocused also. So I don't think they're really focused on the people. They're focused on, just spreading the hate, spreading the conspiracies. I think with the debt ceiling, they're going to try to, the Seven of Cups, they're looking at their choices. The Democrats are trying to see what choices do they have? What can they do to fix this? Right now, they're indecision. So they're just looking at things right now. But I think in the future, they got the Magician. They're going to come together and have everything they need to be able to to do what they need to do with the debt ceiling. And in the very end card, I got the 10 of cups. So I do feel that it's going to get paid. But yes, they are going to be, the GOP is going to be fools about it.
Yeah, reckless. You know, too, when you showed that Knight of Swords inverted crossing the reed, that upright, you can see that's like charging full steam ahead in movement. With it being inverted, it's almost like things are stalled too.
Yes.
And also too, that with it being inverted, that's a lot of these Republicans being extremely impulsive and not thinking things through. So I think that that's very fair and kind of what I'm feeling.
Yeah. And it can be unfocused, to bully, and missed opportunities. You know, they had opportunity to really try to do something good, but yeah.
All right.
But it'll get paid.
Yeah, I do too. I feel a lot of stress about it, but like at the last minute, them coming together and getting something done. All right, you guys probably only one more. We've been on for about an hour. Let's take a look at Mnuchin. I haven't read on him in a while, and we really haven't heard very much from him, have we?
Secretary Treasury pimp. He and Kushner's both got Saudi money. What's going to happen to him? Okay. I want to know.
I feel like he's going to go to jail too. That just hit me kind of strong. And I just had the out in the cold card, like financial ruin too. What's going on with Trump in Scotland? I think he has a golf course there. I feel like he's going to lose all of his properties. I don't know if that's what this is about, or if there's any news on it, or if it's just people talking in the chat. Mnuchin thinks we forgot about him. Yeah.
I'm trying to, my mind, I'm having just a brain fog moment. I'm trying to picture which one Mnuchin is. His face. I'm trying to picture.
He's the one that looks like he's got like a trout mouth going on with like that big jaw.
He's not the one in the IRS, is he? The one that.
Yeah, he was the one that was overseeing the.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump's taxes and all that.
Yes.
Okay.
I think he's in trouble for that too, as you said, Trump's taxes and hiding that.
Because they kept saying that they were under audit for all those years.
They were definitely doing sneaky stuff like that.
Looks like a lizard, Linda said. I know what he looks like now.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
I got, like I said when I was shuffling, he had the Five of Pentacles, so this is like financial ruin and feeling like he's left out in the cold. There's a whistleblower or the spy in the camp around him giving information. His communications, I think. Mnuchin is defending himself on multiple fronts, so I think that there's a lot of trouble coming his way. He's got the Tower. He's got the money that he received, I think, from Saudi. And I think that that's going to be his real downfall, too. Yep. Ace of coins, so this is taking the money. Didn't belong to him. There's action taken against him, and then it's like he's very nervous and has nightmares. And actually, I think regretful, too. Not that I feel sorry for him, but really regretful of the things that he did. Yeah, this is looking overseas, too, so I think it's the foreign money. Yeah, I would say he's not out of the, we haven't forgotten about him, or if we have, he's going to be relevant again really soon, is what I'm feeling.
I got the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like he was given money to look the other way, to not, come out with Trump's taxes, things like that. I think he got something out of that, because why would he do it for no reason and risk his job and risk his career? So something was offered to him and given to him. But what's going to happen is the tower.
Yep.
He's,
I got
he's
both of those cards.
Yeah, he's going to come down. He's going to lose his position. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. I think he's going to lose a lot of his money. And here he is trying to hang on to every little cent he can. But I
Yeah.
think that they're going to find out this is nothing new. New isn't backwards, upside down. So I think this is nothing new. This is something he's been kind of taking money under the table and things like that for a while now. And I think he's going to be in trouble about what he's done even with money, and he's lost the trust is in reverse. So yeah, I feel like he's in trouble.
Let's ask our pendulums if Mnuchin gets jail time.
Okay. Steve Mnuchin gonna get
I'm getting a big yes.
Let me go down here. I'm putting my elbow where it's steadier. Is Steve Mnuchin going to go to jail? Is Steve Mnuchin? I think he is. I think he is.
Yep.
I think not only did he do what he did for 45, he did stuff for his own financial gain that was illegal.
I never thought about him getting jail time. I don't think I've ever predicted that, but when I think you said something and it really resonated strong, I was like, actually, I think he is going to get jail time. That
Yeah, I
pendulum
think
is
they're going to
swinging
find
like
out there's
crazy.
more. Once they start investigating, they're going to find out. He's going to have to come up with some answers to a lot of different financial things that I don't think he's going to be able to.
Yep. How about we do one more, if that's okay?
Sure.
When we look at the people that abuse the PPP loans,
Okay.
senators and government members that got PPP, I see that like a huge investigation into this.
The PPP loans, is that now? That's not the COVID money. What was the PPP?
It was the
loan?
COVID. It was the COVID money for businesses
That they stole for a lot of them
a
themselves.
lot of people stole from them, and maybe that's too. Maybe some of this money stuff coming up. Maybe I feel it's more like big investigations with this in the fall time of this year. I definitely feel like there's a big investigation into a lot of people that abused that and stole money from that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, it was supposed to be a change in reverse. That money was supposed, and right next to it, I got the green card, which stands for money. So they were supposed to use that money for a certain thing, and they didn't. They changed what it was supposed to be used for. And I feel like this is linked. This is the linked card. They are going to find out the people that were linked to taking this money and what they did. This is sometimes a gift. It could be a gift to us. It could be a gift that they had, used that money for other people they knew that they could help out. Here, I'll do this for you. There may have been gifts made with that money, but I got the court card. They're going to have to go to court for this. It's layered. There's a lot of people involved, with this. There's not more than one people. It's bad. They were bad doing this. And I got the cold case. So this is something they thought was in the past. They got away with it. They think it's over, that they're not looking at it anymore. But again, it has to do with money. A cold case that was in the past with money. And I feel like, again, it's going to be a female that brings this stuff all out. Maybe, I don't know.
The Rubik's Cube again. The one with the Rubik's Cube.
The Rubik's Cube?
With that right next to the money.
Yeah, and that could be on the other side, solving a cold case, solving a puzzle.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle is what came to me. Like, it's like there's a lot of things put together with that. So I think it's going to be a really long investigation and really piecing things together. But ultimately, that Rubik's Cube they've solved the puzzle. I see this there is a lot of momentum with looking into this and action being taken with the Knight of Wands above it. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of people in government. This is often my house card. They have justice coming in, so this is definitely huge investigations. Somebody asked, are they going to have to repay that money? I think absolutely. This is like evaluating money. So, and also having to be disappointed with maybe taking money that didn't belong to them. A lot of infighting amongst it. And yeah, we have the moon card, so lots of secrets, things hidden in the dark. I'm sure that doesn't surprise any of us. But a lot of people, I think, are going to be in trouble for this. Ultimately, we have the Magician here, so I think that that's like getting everything put together and having like a solid case with this.
Yeah.
A lot of momentum behind it, though. Feels like it's later into the year, though.
Yeah, and I feel like some people will go to jail over this.
I do too. Yeah, it feels huge.
Mm-hmm.
And this doesn't just go for politicians. I think that there was a lot of greedy companies that took money and shouldn't have taken it.
I think Bobert did. I think Bobert took some of that money trying to pay some debts off of her place, and she doesn't need that, you know. I think a lot of people, I think some of the GOP people.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably some Democrats too. I probably don't need to name some of them that probably were involved in that, but
was there Democrats that took advantage of the PPP? Yeah, I'm getting a small amount of Democrats. Was there a larger amount of, but a larger amount, a big yes for the Republicans. There was more Republicans that did it than Democrats, but a small amount.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap up. We've been on for an hour. Please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Please go over to Deann Shield Maiden's channel if you haven't already. Let's help her get to 3,000 subscribers. Where are you at right now? I know that you said that you're close to it.
2,500 and something.
Okay, so like almost that goal.
Yeah, you know, it goes. It's like 2,520, and then it drops a few, adds a few. You know, I just can't seem to get over that little hump. So I would appreciate it, you guys.
Yes, let's all go over and if you haven't subscribed, let's give Deann a little bit of a boost. She does a whole bunch of different content too. That's really interesting. You do more personal and mysteries, political stuff.
Yeah, I do personal, political, true crime, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm going to be doing some stories. My husband writes stories, and he's done that for years, and I'm the only one he's ever read them to for 30-something years. And I finally talked him into letting me share his stories on air. And they're just little short mystery stories and true crime stories, and we're going to call them Dale's Tales. And
I like that.
So they're going to have little, it's like bedtime stories for adults kind of thing. And he goes, don't tell me if anybody says anything bad. I go, I won't, because they're just his hobby. But I thought he should share it. And then my grandchildren and my daughter, when we're gone, they'll have that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right, you guys. So tomorrow night, members, we're doing a group Reiki session. Thursday night, Mel should be on my channel. And on Sunday, I'm going to be on the Cool Crohn's channel. We're going to do some politics. So
I'll have to watch that. I've not seen them before.
Yeah, I haven't been on her channel yet. I know that she's worked with Mel once or twice. So she reached out. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, you all. Happy Valentine's Day again. We're sending you all a lot of love. Hope that you all enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you real soon.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, everyone.